Awesome, guys. Enjoy the games this weekend. Have some fun, and thanks for having me on. And I look forward to talking to you on Championship Eve.
That's
Championship night.
There you go. Chuck Esposito from Sunset Station. They do a great job out there with all this stuff. I mean, if you're going to bet the horses, come Triple Crown time, I don't know what the hell I'm doing with the horses. You know, we went to Del Mar, and I might as well be picking numbers out of a hat. I did hit a nice. You did good. You did last year. You know, that exacta that paid
made the whole trip. That one exacta made the whole trip.
You know, you got an exacta that pays $47, and you got I didn't exactly have $2 on the race. That worked out rather well. But the fact is, for the Derby, I want to get some good information. This seminar that they do every year prior to the Derby, it's first rate. You'll have a great time at Sunset Station as well. We'll take a break, and we'll find out, speaking of horses, about Marco's Gulfstream adventure. That's next.
The Las Vegas Sports Line.
Hello, friends. This is Thomas Johnson from Joe's Seafood Prime Steak and Stone Crab. Need a great idea for lunch or dinner? Your best bet is Joe's, one of the most popular dining destinations on the Strip. Joe's provides the ideal setting for private parties with accommodations for up to 150 guests. Stop by to see us at the Forum Shops at Caesars and ask for Thomas Johnson, your maitre d'.
I was just there with Nami from CG Sportsbooks. We had a great lunch. Can't go wrong at Joe's. And then I've got another lunch there later in the week because Kelly is finally paying off whatever it was that she owes. And I don't even know how I got involved, but I am, and I'm having the Dover sole, Kelly. So I had a filet today. I don't want to have the same thing every time.
No.
And that's the beauty of Joe's. Whatever you want, dinner menu, lunch menu, the food's sensational down there. Great atmosphere. Watching some of the baseball while we're down there. It's just a good time. Make a reservation if you're going down in the evening. 702-792-9222. Joe's Seafood Prime Steak and Stone Crab at the Forum Shops at Caesars Palace. What did we come up with courtesy of Ralph Michaels?
Well, it's the Monday hangover, and I'll tell you what, after spending a weekend with Ralph, I can understand him with the hangover.
Yep.
You know, I saw him in full form, and he's a pro, let me tell you.
Ralph's right elbow is probably in some of the best shape of anybody in the country.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's the one he uses to hoist the beverage to his mouth.
He does. I'm surprised he avoided Tommy John surgery, you know. But this one's a good one. New NBA schedule, Dave. As you know, there's fewer back-to-back games during the season.
No more 3 games in 3 nights, which used to be play against the team in the middle game was a great angle, but that's obsolete now.
But now what we have, teams playing away on Mondays when they are no rest. Doesn't happen a lot, but 12-24 against the spread. When a team is on Monday, they are away and no rest, and a dog 10-22. That means fade the Hornets tonight and take the Utah Jazz. And you can throw in the other angle, Dave. You got a team going to the altitude as well.
That's right.
So another situational play, go ahead and take Utah.
Updating what's happening in the Diamond. We have 2 tie games right now. One is in extra innings in the 11th inning. Cardinals and Pirates are still knotted at 5. And nobody has scored yet going to the 6th inning in Cleveland. Not the best baseball weather there. A little bit on the chilly side. The White Sox and Indians are scoreless through 5. So you were at the Florida Derby live with Mark Lawrence, Ralph Michaels, so you can tell us who else was there. Now you were like 5 of you. And what was the Gulfstream experience like?
Well, I'll tell you what, a big shout-out to Mark Lawrence. What a host he is, and he ruined me for horse racing ever again. I got to tell you that with the experience we had, and I'll get to that in a moment. His son, Mark Jr., was there, and then Joe Ranieri, a good friend of Wager Talk. We do a lot of shows with him. He's based in Miami. He was there. So, and I'll tell you what, he can hoist the elbow with Ralph, too. He went toe-to-toe with Ralph.
Nice.
Yeah,
good battle.
So it was a draw. So this is what
it's called the dead heat in
horse racing.
Yes.
It was okay. It definitely. Well, it was,
I know
it was too heavy. It was 2 heavyweights going at it, with Ralph in the drinking. This was heavyweight boxing.
No
match.
apprentice jockeys in that race.
No. Well, I'll tell you what, Joe would have had the jockey allowance, weight allowance, the bug boy against Ralph. Sorry, Ralph. But looking at this one, Keeneland's always been my favorite track until I moved out west and went to Del Mar.
Right. Del Mar is my favorite.
Del Mar became my favorite, and Keeneland second. And I'll tell you what, I've never been to Gulfstream until this week. And
I have never been to Gulfstream.
First of all, it's gorgeous. All right. You're right there. You're literally less than a mile from the beach.
Now, there's tons of flamingos there, right? They're all over the place.
All over the place. That's hence the name, the Flamingo Room, which is, for the the high society, the hoity-toities. And I'll tell you what, we had a table there, and the Mark has a luxury box suite throughout the season. But on the special events, the track takes them back because they get $25,000 for that box on Pegasus Day, Florida Derby Day. But we were in the Flamingo Room, and Dave, the buffet in the Flamingo Room, we were right at the finish line looking out the glass windows. They had giant screens the size of a Jumbotron with the race, the Gulfstream races on. But the buffet had filet, had sea bass, had cheese and salamis, prosciutto, and imported cheeses. But that's not the best part.
There's more?
Oysters, shrimp, king crab legs.
Nice.
And lobster tails, half-split lobster tails, all you could eat. I'm sorry, I'm ruined for going to a racetrack again. I know when I went with you, we went high class all the way.
Yeah, but we ate sandwiches in the stands.
Yeah,
okay. I had a chicken salad sandwich.
Yeah, which was good.
It was good.
Which was good.
This is better.
Unbelievable. So the whole experience in the track, and I'll tell you what, Dave. The other thing they did, as much as Frank Steinrich gets blasted from a lot of people in the horse industry and the things that he does, he's done something at Gulfstream where he's trying to make the people be more involved. He put out, Town Square here on Las Vegas Boulevard.
Sure.
Picture that. He built one of those type of venues right outside.
Oh, really?
Gulfstream
What a
Park.
great idea.
Okay. And the walking ring where you see the horses comes outside the track and is in the opening right where a lot of the restaurant shops and everything are, and he's got seating like at a baseball stadium, that type of seating all around it for people to sit and watch the horses come through.
That would not be good for me because I'm the one who would, just to see what would happen, would probably take some celery and toss it toward one of the horses to see if he stops and picks it up on his way by.
Yeah, well, go with a carrot. You'd have more. You'd have better chance of stopping with a carrot.
I don't know anything about horses.
Yeah.
I know they like
carrots,
apples and sugar.
Carrots, number one. Apples. You're right with the peppermints, too. I've had a lot of horses that like little
celery?
peppermints. I've never fed a horse celery.
I don't know. I didn't know.
Yeah, but they do like the apples, no question about that, and carrots. Great experience. The public, and it's bars and restaurants all over the place. Dave.
I can't believe I forgot to do this. I was at Joe's, and I meant to do this on April, because it's April 1st, and I forgot. I was going to try and pay with my Medicare card. And then tell the guy April Fool's. And I just completely forgot about it. Damn it.
I don't think you
got
away with it.
By the way, did you see Tom Brady? The tweet?
I did not.
Tom Brady's not on Twitter, but he started an account and announced on Twitter was one sentence.
He retired?
Retired.
Okay.
Of course, it was
April Fool's.
April Fool's.
Okay.
Right.
That's a good one.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was really good. I thought trying to pay with the Medicare card would have been good too, but I forgot about it. So now I'm,
you still can
the
get
day's
dinner.
not over.
Yeah, you can get dinner somewhere.
I'm going someplace for dinner because I don't eat my own. I'm not stupid enough to eat my own cooking, so I might try that tonight at wherever I go for dinner. All right, we'll take a break and we'll tell you if anything happens in the baseball games, and then we will get to. And look, it's still the Oilers and Golden Knights are still playing tonight. Game doesn't mean a lot. We're going to talk about it in our Wedge Talk Marquee matchup next.
The Las Vegas Sports Line.
And with John Lyons from Lyons Physical Therapy, and it's not just you. At LPT, you've got a staff of really experienced, qualified people.
Yeah, Dave, we have 3 other physical therapists on staff with combined over 50 years experience with those other 3 physical therapists. Our therapists specialize in different treatments. We do some trigger point dry needling. We do a lot of manual therapy involving massage, joint mobilizations. We also have physical therapy assistants and massage therapists that help treat our patients' injuries.
LionsPTLV.com, 702-476-0222.
What's hot today? It's time for the Wager Talk Marquee Matchup of the Night with Marco DeAngelo. WagerTalk.com. Start winning now.
All right, we have a scoring change that has just taken place in the Pittsburgh-St. Louis game. They're in the 11th inning. And that's a passed ball all the way. It looks like it might have been a cross-up, and Cervelli just missed it. So that's got to be a cross-up. And it hit the umpire and bounced away. And the Cardinals have now gone ahead in this game 6-5, and they have a chance for more runs still no score in the White Sox and Indians in the bottom of the sixth. Oilers in town tonight to face the Golden Knights. This really doesn't mean anything. The Golden Knights, for their main thing now is get healthy, get Fleury some ice time between the pipes, and get ready for San Jose. Makes it very difficult to bet their games because you don't know. I mean, it's not like they're going to just tank it, but you got to assume they might not be at their sharpest either. The flip side is if you want Edmonton anywhere, because Edmonton is not going to make the playoffs, and I don't think they care about what happens at this point.
They don't. They were here just recently, Dave. I actually happened to be at that game, and that was when Edmonton was in a bad scheduling spot. They had played in Arizona the night before, and that was in the middle of that winning streak that the Knights were on. Now it's not. They're not on any situation with them with scheduling because they were off yesterday, so they're going to be fresh. The Golden Knights are the team that's playing their third game in 4 nights, and they're not playing well. This is a spot where I would look for the Knights to bounce back at home, but I can't lay the number that they're laying tonight with them. I'm not going to play the game, but if I did play the game, Dave, I would happen to be tempted to take the big number with Edmonton with the way the Knights are playing. I don't know how you're seeing this one, but that's the way I'm looking at it.
I don't know what to do because there's one game I really like in the NHL tonight. This isn't it. But I just can't get involved with most of these games this week because I don't know who's going to show up and who's not. So, you don't have to.
You can't put it all on Subban. He's had some bad golf.
Some of the goals have been bad.
Yeah.
And look, let's call it straight. We need Fleury, and I'll put the we in here because they're our team.
Yeah.
We need Fleury to be operating at full strength in the playoffs, or it's probably not going to be a very long run. And if Fleury is okay, they've got as good a chance to win the Western Conference as anybody.
I want to see Fleury back in net. I would like to see him back in net for the last 2 games of the season.
Get 2 games in. Yeah.
If he gets in for the final 2 games, then we can all, just rest and take a deep breath. But until he gets back in the lineup, you got to be concerned about heading into the playoffs. And you never want to go. I know they're meaningless games, Dave, but you don't want to go.
You don't want to lose 7 in a row either.
Yeah, we're on a 5-game losing streak. We don't want it to end up being 7 or 8 heading into the playoffs.
Cardinals and Pirates will go to the bottom of the 11th, 6-5 St. Louis, and a run has scored in the Indians game, and it's the home team. Cleveland leading the White Sox 1-0. Wager Talk, it is $9 Monday.
Every Monday.
I put up a baseball game. I do, however, have a 5% play in the NHL tonight. I haven't been playing much NHL. It's been a good season, but there's a spot tonight that you just got to play it. And so I have that up. What have you got going?
I've got 1 baseball play, Dave. I've only had 2 baseball plays so far. We've been deep into the basketball big dance, and we've done very well with that. 2-0, though, with the baseball, and they've both been underdogs. So I like my start, and we've got our 3rd play of the season tonight. It's up for $9, and I'll give you a little hint. It's an underdog again.
All right. I actually have another baseball game today, which I used as the free play at wagertalk.com, and we will tell you about that right now as we go to our Lions Physical Therapy Play of the Day.
It's the LPT Play of the Day. Tonight's best bet from Lions Physical Therapy. Your 5-star rated specialists.
I think Brad Peacock's going to be an excited guy for the Houston Astros tonight. He was kind of their 5th starter, maybe 6th starter in 2017. He did pretty well in the role, but there was no place in the rotation for him to start last year, and he got shuttled back to the bullpen. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I think ideally most guys want to be starting pitchers because it's more glamorous. Peacock now has a chance to entrench himself in the Houston rotation. He'll be on the mound for the Astros making his first start tonight. He's basically a twice-through-the-order guy, but I think he can get through the order a couple times tonight. The Rangers are off a crazy series with the Cubs. The Astros off a disappointing series with the Rays where they won with Verlander and then didn't win again. Don't like Drew Smyly particularly because I know he's going to be in a pitch count coming off injury situation. I think the Rangers could have some trouble with Houston tonight, and if it's close late, big edge to the Astros bullpen. Marco, I like Houston, even at the price, minus 160 for a play tonight.
Yeah, I agree with the Houston play wholeheartedly. I just don't like that kind of number, but that's the side.
Houston Astros, our LPT play of the day. Thanks to Chuck Esposito from Station Casino, Sunset Station. For Marco DeAngelo and Ari Platinum, I'm Dave Cokin. Tomorrow, Jeff Sherman from Superbook USA at the Westgate. right here on the Las Vegas Sportsline. Stick around. Cofield and Company's coming up next.